I fed my actual to-do list into an AI task-breaking tool for 30 days, not to get more done, but to see what it would reveal about how I actually work. What I found was uncomfortable, specific, and kind of changed how I approach my week. The AI didn't make me more productive, but it showed me exactly why I wasn't. Most people use AI for productivity the same way. Make me a plan. Break this down for me. Organize my day. And those tools do help. They're genuinely useful. But there's something they do before they help you get more done. They expose how you actually think about work. Here's what I mean. When you write a task on your own, like finish the report, you're working from your own mental model. You already know the steps, or you think you do. But when you hand that same task to an AI and ask it to break it into subtasks, something interesting happens. The AI doesn't know your shortcuts. It doesn't know which parts you find easy or which parts you always get stuck on. So it builds the task from first principles. And suddenly you're looking at a breakdown that doesn't match how you actually do the work. That gap, that's the friction. And I wasn't prepared for how specific it would get. Let me give you a real example. I had a task I'd written as update client deck. Simple, I've done it 100 times. When I fed that into the AI with context, I need to update quarterly metrics, add new case studies, and refresh the design. Here's what it broke it into. Research new metrics, validate against source data, pull case study files, format case study narratives, integrate into deck, review for consistency, update design elements, run spell check, get feedback, finalize. 10 steps. And I was just going to do it in one block on Tuesday afternoon. But here's where it got real. Looking at that breakdown, I realized I always get stuck between steps 4 and 5, formatting narratives and integrating them. I knew I did. I'd just never made it visible. I'd blame myself for being slow at the deck, but actually I was slow because I'd written the narratives in a different tool, formatted them one way, and then had to mentally translate them into the deck format. That's a context switch. The AI's breakdown exposed it. Once I saw it, I could fix it. Not by working harder, by working differently. I started writing narratives in the deck format from the start. That one change, revealed by an AI breakdown I almost ignored, probably saved me 4 hours a month. The second thing I noticed was pattern at a higher level. Over the month, the AI was breaking down my tasks consistently. And I started to see which kinds of tasks always came back with the most steps, the most dependencies, the most decision points. Creative tasks came back messy. Analytical tasks came back linear. Tasks that involved other people came back with more conditional steps. If they respond this way, then do X. That was useful data. But the really useful part was realizing which kinds of tasks I was consistently underestimating. I'd write design new landing page and think it was a half-day project. The AI broke it into 23 steps. And looking at that, I realized I wasn't being lazy or bad at estimating. I was just naturally compressing creative work in my head because I like doing it. So my brain made it feel smaller. Meanwhile, tasks I dislike, like administrative review, I was writing as 12 steps when they could be 4. My brain was padding them, making them feel longer because I was dreading them. Once I saw that pattern, I could compensate. I started time-boxing the dread tasks, which meant I wasn't unconsciously expanding them. And I started being honest about creative work, which meant I wasn't overscheduling myself. Here's what I walked away with. AI task breaking isn't really about productivity hacking. It's about getting honest feedback on how your brain actually organizes work. The AI doesn't know you, so it can't lie to you the way you lie to yourself. If you want to try this, don't use it to speed up. Use it to see. Take a task you do regularly, something you've done dozens of times. Write it out the way you normally would. Then ask an AI to break it into subtasks, giving it the same context you'd have. Then just sit with the difference. Where does it diverge from how you do it? That gap is where your actual friction lives. That's where 30 minutes of awareness can save you hours a month. The productivity gains came later. The insight came first, just from making visible what was always invisible. AI doesn't need to make you faster. It just needs to hold up a mirror to how you actually work. Follow for more grounded takes on how AI can show you things about yourself you didn't know you were avoiding.